Hey everyone, it's Minty and this is the very long awaited sketchbook tour. For the past 5 months, I've been using this Ohuhu spiral bound acid free heavyweight maximum blendability sketchbook. Just search up Ohuhu marker pad on Amazon. I would definitely recommend it if you like using alcohol markers or just sketching in general, and yeah, let's take a look at the drawings. This is my welcome page and I love the color scheme, the background, the lettering and all these doodles, but then I drew myself in the corner and let's just say it's not the best. There's definitely a lot wrong with the face and honestly she just looks like a crocodile to me. But if you keep watching, hopefully you'll see the improvement. Okay, this was a collab with a fellow art YouTuber, Hershey Draws. This is her OC. I like it, and I also added some Scrawlrbox stickers on the side just because I had nowhere to put them. I think I could have added a bit more detail to the hair, but other than that, I really like it. Then I also drew her other OC, Rowan. This was the first guy of the sketchbook, only a few pages in as well, so that's kind of an achievement for me, and I like how it turned out. This was my interpretation of the character Bronwyn from the book One of Us is Lying. I searched up a lot of descriptions of her and I tried to draw her out how I imagined her while I was reading, and I think I did it justice. The drawing itself isn't the best, but I do think the character I drew matches up to her description. It's pretty obvious that on this page I completely gave up because of all the blank space. I was planning on drawing 9 different guy faces, but I only did 3, which is still more than I would usually do, but yeah. I quite like this page. It's very cohesive and I love the color scheme. Some of you asked for a curly hair tutorial after you saw this drawing, so let me know if you still want to see that. And I also like this other guy that I drew here. It's all very nice and aesthetic, but that sun, that is gonna give me nightmares. Moving on, we have a redraw of some of my first ever OC characters that I made when I was younger. This is Ivy Ray and Pip Mello. I don't think I'm ever gonna draw them again, but it was pretty fun to interpret the old design and make it new with all the sparkles and the new art style that I have now. This was for the first video of drawing your OCs, which is now a series on my channel. If you want to see the artist that actually made these originally and all the original versions, then check out that video. Then we have some more during your OCs. I guess I was really enjoying this series at this point in time, and I specifically love these two, Sunny and Addie. I think that the coloring turned out really well on those. But yeah, if you haven't seen these, check out the videos so you know who the artists are. Next up is another redraw. This was a redraw of a Paradise girl. I guess I'm gonna call her Paradise because that's what she's inspired by, and she's got C for hair and a whole island on her head. Next up, this was for a video, so I'm not gonna explain everything, but basically it's Chocolate Brioche Swirls as a character. I really like the hair, even though it doesn't make any sense, and also the little bag. Oh, in the background there's a tin of hot chocolate, which is pretty random, but if you watch the video it will all be explained. These blob animals and the flowers are also part of that video, so if you can find that, go watch it. Then we have my OC Martha. I'm not sure if I still want her to look like this. I think she's looking a bit too magical girl. I mean, she is a magical girl, but like, I definitely think I need to work on her design a lot more. This is one of my favorite pages for some reason. It's my OC Archie, and I just kind of sketched him out, colored it, and then I drew a background. It's all very sketchy and fun, and I just love all the colors together. Then I drew myself holding YouTube, a book, and a pot, so it's symbolizing how I balance YouTube, art, and school. Then I drew rainbows because why not? On the next page, we have my sister's OC in the top left that I redrew. Her name is Elsie Winters. Then I made a character called Venus, and I was still in the mood to do backgrounds, which is pretty strange for me, but I really enjoyed it. And again, this is one of my favorite pages because of the background. I just love how it looks. This was also a redraw of my sister's art. This one's not an OC, I don't think, but I just felt like drawing it, and I think it was in a video. Yeah, I think it was. Then this is my OC Olive. It's a pretty odd drawing of her. She's supposed to be looking down, but yeah, I gave up on doing a comic strip, and then I just wrote all over the page about her story. This next page is also one of my favorites. I feel like at the time I didn't really like it, but looking back, I just love how sketchy it is. I love the character design, specifically the one that I labeled Crazy Clown Queen in the top left. I just think it's so vibrant and fun. I think I should do more of these types of pages in the future. Anyway, this one was amazing as a sketch. As you can see, I like the sketch way better, but the coloring, I think it got a bit out of hand, and that's why I don't like it much anymore. This was supposed to be my OC Olive, but while I was drawing her, for some reason I thought she looked a bit too identical to Zendaya. I don't really see that anymore, but at the time I just didn't think she looked like Olive. This one's pretty cute as well. I think it was in a video, just a regular marker drawing. Next we have another episode of Drawing Your OCs. This one was kind of pink themed, and I chose some drawings that would look good together. So if you sent a pink OC, you got lucky in that one. I think in the next episode, I'm also going to try choosing a theme because that was fun. This one was also someone else's OC. It was a prize for a competition I hosted ages ago. And the other drawing, I think that speaks for itself. Let's just not talk about it. Moving on. This was the redesign of one of my OCs, Audrey Quartz. I also sorted out her story, and I just love this entire page, mainly because I love her new design. It's just got my favorite color combination, pink, white, and gold. It's just so pretty, and I will always like it no matter what. This was another redraw of old art. Can you tell I like redrawing things? Anyway, it was kind of different, so I had a lot of fun doing it. Some cute pandas sitting on food for some reason, but yeah, I do really like that one. At the time that I drew this, it was my favorite drawing. I think that I just like the art style, and I still like how it's kind of messy but also neat at the same time. I don't know, it just gives a very soft feel to it, and I would like to kind of replicate this style again, but as you can see on the next page, I wasn't able to because I got into art block, and yeah, that wasn't fun. So I moved on and I started drawing in Lavender Town style. This was just for one video, and I think it looks pretty cute, but I didn't really manage to get the eyes down as well as she does it, obviously. She also does it digitally, so I guess mine was bound to look different anyway. After that, I drew in Happy Charms' art style. I think I got it fairly close, but obviously she does it better than me. Then I sketched out an animatic, which I did end up posting. Then I drew my OC Hazel. I really like this drawing of her. It's very accurate to how I want her to look. The only thing I don't like is the eyes. I just feel like they look kind of boring for some reason. After that, I was kind of back into art block again. This was supposed to be a Drawing Your OCs video, but as you can see, I got bored, started drawing cats, and yeah, I never posted it. So sorry to these two people who didn't end up in a video, but comment down below if this was your OC, because I tried my best at the time. I attempted to draw Olive again, and the sketch was amazing, but I think that the coloring went a bit wrong. There was a lot of smudging, and it's very dark in the face area, specifically the eyes. It's not the worst, but it just didn't turn out how I wanted it to. After that, I practiced anatomy. Here are some sketches. I also colored one. It got a bit muddy, but I do like how I colored the dress and how shiny it is, and I think I should practice anatomy more because I have been doing quite boring poses. This was a video of drawing characters based on scenery. This one's very recent. I like the first one, which was based on an abandoned city, but the other two, not so much. I think the coloring wasn't too good. Let's have a drum roll, please, for this page. Okay, this is my favorite page ever. The first drawing specifically. I just love it. This is my OC Justice. It's her redesign, and that's my latest video before this one. I just love how I was able to draw this, but since drawing this I haven't been able to replicate the style, which is really annoying, and I'm scared that it was like a one-off good drawing, but yeah, I really loved that one. Here was a full page drawing. I completed it at least, but sadly I didn't take much time in choosing the colors because I was definitely rushing it. After that, I drew this girl. The sketch was beautiful, but the coloring and the line art, it just seems so boring to me, and I don't know why, but I just don't like it, and hence why I didn't fill in the rest of the page. This is another one of my favorite pages. It's just so detailed. I love all the colors, and yeah, I think it's the best piece of art in the whole world. The next page is also kind of blank. I tried to fill it in this morning. The first sketch was alright, but then I don't know if you can see, but the second sketch, which I rubbed out, is in a completely different art style, and I guess it was just not my day today, so I decided to film the tour today, but I will try at some point to fill in those pages or use them for any crafts that I want to do. And yeah, that's the end of this sketchbook. There weren't many actual sketches in here, but I hope you liked it anyway. Let me know which drawing was your favorite in the comments, and also here are the shout outs and the shout out emoji for this video. See you next week. Bye!